Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. On the edge of the Giza Plateau, just a stone's throw from the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, a new monument has risen from the desert sands. It is a structure born not of pharaonic might, but of 21st century ambition, a colossal testament to a nation's reverence for its past and its bold vision for the future. This is the story of the Grand Egyptian Museum, or JAME, the largest archaeological museum in the world, dedicated to a single civilization. For over a century, the heart of Egypt's pharaonic heritage beat within the salmon-pink walls of the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir Square. It was a treasure house crammed with sarcophagi, glittering jewels, and the silent golden gaze of Tutankhamun. But as the 20th century waned, it became clear this venerable institution was bursting at the seams. It was overcrowded, outdated, and couldn't provide the modern conservation standards or visitor experience that its unparalleled collection demanded. For every masterpiece on display, thousands of other artifacts languished in storage. The idea for a new, grander museum began to take shape in the 1990s, a vision to build a home worthy of the civilization that defined an epoch of human history. The plan was audacious. In 1992, the Egyptian government launched the project, allocating a 50-hectare plot of desert just 2 kilometers from the pyramids of Giza. The proximity was intentional, designed to create a powerful dialogue between the museum's contents and the iconic monuments from which many of them originated. In 2002, a ceremonial foundation stone was laid, and a worldwide architectural competition was announced. The response was overwhelming, with 557 submissions. The winner, announced in 2003, was the Irish firm Hennigan Peng Architects. Their design wasn't a bombastic statement intended to overshadow the pyramids, but rather a graceful and intelligent response to the landscape and the history embedded within it. The monumental task had officially begun. The architectural genius of the Grand Egyptian Museum lies in its constant, reverent conversation with the Giza Pyramids. The entire building is shaped like a giant, chamfered triangle. A key visual axis aligns the museum's north and south walls precisely with the Great Pyramid of Khufu and the Pyramid of Menkaure, making the pyramids themselves an integral part of the museum experience. The roof slopes upwards, echoing the peaks of the pyramids, but is intentionally designed to not surpass them in height, a gesture of profound respect. The facade is a monumental screen of translucent alabaster-like panels, decorated with triangular patterns that shimmer in the desert sun. This screen filters the natural light, creating a serene atmosphere inside while protecting the delicate artifacts. Upon entering, you're greeted by the Grand Hall, a vast atrium with a panoramic view of the pyramids. Dominating this hall is the colossal 200-year-old, 83-ton statue of Ramesses II, a silent greeter who sets the tone for the epic scale of the collection. From here, your journey continues up the magnificent grand staircase. This is no mere functional element, it's a gallery in its own right. Spanning 6,000 square meters and rising 6 stories, it's lined with more than 60 monumental artifacts, including 87 statues and coffins. The staircase guides you on a chronological ascent through 7,000 years of Egyptian history, culminating in a final, breathtaking view of the pyramids from the top floor. The GEM is also a marvel of sustainable design. It received the EDGE Advanced Green Building Certification, the first museum in Africa and the Middle East to earn this recognition. Its innovative, climate-smart design includes a reflective roof and external sun shading, which allows the museum to reduce its energy use by over 60% and water consumption by 34% compared to similar buildings. The journey from architectural blueprint to physical reality was a long and arduous one. Construction began in earnest in 2005, kicking off a 2-decade saga of perseverance. The sheer scale of the design presented formidable engineering hurdles. One of the first was building a 30-meter-high retaining wall, essentially a massive sand dam, to hold up the escarpment the museum is built into. The roof itself was an engineering marvel, a huge 30,000 square meter folded plate structure of white reinforced concrete, with complex cascading panels and spans of up to 45 meters. No 2 square meters of the roof are identical, requiring the use of advanced building information modeling software for the first time on a project in Egypt. Perhaps no single event better encapsulates the monumental nature of the construction than the relocation of that 83-ton statue of Ramesses II. For decades, it had stood in a bustling square in central Cairo. In 2006, it was carefully moved in a 10-hour, nationally televised procession to its temporary home on the Giza Plateau. Later, it was moved again just 400 yards to its final permanent home in the museum's atrium, an event celebrated by the nation. This intricate dance of ancient stone and modern machinery was a prelude to the thousands of similar moves that would follow. The project's timeline was repeatedly upended. The 2008 financial crisis, the political instability of the 2011 Arab Spring, and the COVID-19 pandemic all contributed to significant delays. Work ground to a halt for several years following 2011 as tourism dwindled, drying up a key source of government revenue. The budget swelled to over $1 billion. International cooperation proved to be a critical lifeline. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, became the project's largest financial partner, providing 2 substantial loans totaling around $800 million. JICA also provided invaluable technical support, particularly in conservation and artifact management. Thanks to this blend of Egyptian resilience and international support, the dream was kept alive. The Grand Egyptian Museum represents a revolutionary new way of presenting history. The curatorial philosophy moves away from traditional object-focused displays and embraces a panoramic, narrative-driven approach. The vast exhibition spaces are organized around 3 main thematic pillars: society, kingship, and beliefs. Within these themes, the narrative unfolds chronologically across 12 main galleries, taking you on a journey from prehistoric times, through the Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms, to the Greco-Roman period. This allows you to see the evolution of Egyptian civilization not as a series of isolated objects, but as a cohesive story. To enhance this narrative, the galleries are interspersed with digital streams, immersive media interventions that provide a modern layer of interpretation. More intimate caves have been designed to display sensitive stories in a different atmosphere. At the heart of the museum's immense appeal lies a promise that has captivated the world for a century. The complete collection of King Tutankhamun's treasures will be displayed together for the very first time. Since Howard Carter's discovery of the tomb in 1922, the more than 5,000 artifacts have been scattered, with most locked away in storage. The GEM finally reunites them. The transfer of these 398 priceless objects was a monumental task. Each item, from the iconic golden death mask to delicate ceremonial chariots, had to be meticulously packed and transported with extreme care. This delicate migration, undertaken by Egypt's top archaeologists and conservators, has been a project of immense national pride. 2 of the museum's 12 main halls are dedicated exclusively to the Boy King, covering a vast area of over 7,000 square meters. This makes the Tutankhamun exhibition one of the largest single-subject displays in any museum worldwide. The galleries are designed to evoke the experience of entering the original tomb, KV62, in the Valley of the Kings. Many of these artifacts had been improperly conserved or had deteriorated over the millennia. The state-of-the-art conservation labs at the GEM have played a crucial role in bringing them back to their full glory. For the first time, visitors will see pieces, like the pharaoh's 3 ornate funerary beds and his 6 chariots in all their intended splendor. Underpinning the entire project is one of its least visible but most critical components: the Grand Egyptian Museum Conservation Center, or GMCC. It's one of the largest and most advanced conservation facilities in the world, connected to the main building by an underground tunnel. The center features 17 specialized labs for materials like wood, textiles, stone, and metals. It also houses scientific labs with cutting-edge technology for in-depth analysis. Operational since 2010, its staff has been instrumental in preparing over 100,000 artifacts for their new home. The GAEMCC is also a vital center for education. In partnership with Japan's JICA, it has provided intensive training for a new generation of young Egyptian conservators, restorers, and Egyptologists. A remarkable example of the work here is the Khufu Second Boat Project. In a joint effort, Japanese and Egyptian experts meticulously excavated and restored 650 wooden pieces of a 600-year-old solar boat belonging to King Khufu. This incredibly complex puzzle has been painstakingly reassembled and will be one of the museum's most captivating exhibits. The gem is conceived as more than a museum. It's a comprehensive cultural destination. The sprawling complex includes a dedicated children's museum, a 1,000-seat conference center, a 3D cinema, and extensive landscaped gardens. A wide array of retail outlets and restaurants offer spaces for relaxation. Even before its full opening, the GEEM has been hosting concerts, art exhibitions, and food festivals, signaling its role as a dynamic cultural institution. A planned pedestrian walkway will eventually connect the museum directly to the Giza Pyramids complex, allowing visitors to seamlessly walk between the two landmarks. The opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum is poised to be a transformative moment for Egypt. The government is banking on the GEM to be a game-changer for its vital tourism industry. Officials anticipate it could increase tourist numbers by at least 10 to 20%, as the country aims to attract 30 million visitors by 2032. After numerous postponements, the final, official opening date has been set. The grand opening ceremony, to be attended by international heads of state, will take place on November 1, 2025. The museum will then briefly close for final preparations and officially open its doors to the public on November 4, 2025, a date chosen to commemorate the 103rd anniversary of Howard Carter's discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. As the final artifacts are moved into place, the Grand Egyptian Museum stands ready to fulfill its destiny. It is a project that has spanned generations, a saga of ambition, resilience, and collaboration. The doors are about to open, not just to a museum, but to a new wonder for the modern world.